Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're here with another Wednesday of virtual healing with myself and Kissy MacBride, my brother on the path.
Greetings.
And if you don't know how this works, every week we open up a ceremony. And today, what are we doing actually?
I was thinking, well, normally we open up a ceremony, do a group healing session, and then maybe keep it a little bit shorter. And then if you're watching, stick around till the end and then comment, and we'll do at least one, or depending on what we feel like, we'll do at least one individual session for whoever we feel called to work with. So in the group healing session, whatever you need healing for, whether that's spiritual, emotional, or physical, or whatever, just keep your attention on that thing that you feel like you need the healing for. And then, we've got to share.
Well, I also just realized I don't know if I switched the audio to the other microphone, or did you do it?
I didn't do it. Okay. So our audio quality should be improving very shortly if we have audio at all.
Yeah, we have audio.
Okay.
But it should be way better now. It's the Yeti.
Okay. So so if you need whatever you need healing for, just open up and keep your attention on that thing that you need healing for, and just notice how the physical sensations or the energy or whatever begins to shift throughout the session, and know that the healing is intended to address whatever you need. But afterwards, if there is someone who needs a little bit more assistance with something, physical pain, emotional blockage, or whatever, we'll do a one-on-one session, and all you have to do is comment, and then we communicate with you through the comments and do a virtual session focused on the one person that way.
Yep, and I'll let Casey go. He's going to share it on his Facebook pages. And while you're watching, while he does that, if you have been on before and you've gotten value about with what we do and how we do it, consider now just making a quick share to your social media to share the experience. And if you do want to comment, there's a link, because not all places that we're streaming to roll into our studio. So if you do want to make a comment, or if you want to ask a question, or later on participate when we're doing the one-on-one sessions, if you click through to the YouTube link, which should be in all the descriptions of the video, you know for sure that we're going to see the comments then. But if you're commenting on Facebook, there's a chance that it might not be rolling into the studio. So cool. Oh, that was my phone.
Okay, so right now I'm just sharing this to a bunch of different groups on Facebook. There's all these groups that allow for people to share like group healings and things like that. So we're just getting this out to as many people as we can here. And so bear with us for just a second as we share to these groups.
And I know when I was over, I saw Magic Mike checking in. Thank you for tuning in. They're always excited to do these. They're so much fun, and they're always different. They have similar threads, but they always have their own unique flavor of energy once we get started with everything. Yeah.
Okay, so welcome everyone. So how we're going to do this, like I said, we're going to open up with ceremony, and then all you need to really do is be in the space of allowance. And I like the 2 questions I like for you to ask, whatever it is you need healing for in your life. Like I said, for anything from physical to emotional to spiritual issues. Ask yourself, am I willing to receive healing for this? And am I ready to heal right now? And then, if you are, just be in the space of allowance. No, remember, you're not trying to force anything to happen, nor are you trying to prevent anything from happening. You simply be in the space of allowance and allow whatever happens and whatever you feel to occur. And just notice without commenting, is one of my old Zen teachers from back in the day used to say, notice without commenting. And that means without internally commenting. So as you feel a sensation, instead of going into the analytics of what is that? Does that mean I'm releasing? Or just notice it without any internal commenting. Just notice and be present with it to the best of your ability. Because the mind's still going to come in and want to say some things. But note that it's really in the pure just sensing and feeling of whatever it is you're experiencing that that is the way that you're going to at least impede the flow of these energies and the release of what needs to be released.
And in the off chance that you gotta know you're not willing, then I would give you 2 questions to ask: is what energy could I be to have a different experience around my willingness? And the second question is, and everything that would prevent that, and offer that energy to the space for us to shift your willingness. So either way, there's something for you in the session, whether or not you're willing to heal. If you have, just suspend your disbelief for a moment and see what your experience might be.
And like I said, so we're going to get started here, opening up in ceremony. Can I open up ceremony today?
I thought we always do it together, but go.
But we do, no, but you normally say more of the things.
Go for it.
Okay, I want to try.
I will be quiet.
Okay, so and then like I said, so stick around through the healing session. At the end, if we have one or two people who want individual work, we'll do that. But for now, open up and realize that we don't need to be specifically focusing on you. We're focusing on healing anyone who ever wants to be present to receive healing for this, and that can do whatever you're willing to receive. So we're going to start out and we're going to chant each of these, they're elements, but also more so seen as really like entities or even gods in this tradition. So we have Pachamama as our Mother Earth, for example, and then Mama Unu is Mother Water, Mama Kia, Mother Moon. And as we chant each of these directions or elements, chant along with us if you like, and because it's one thing if you're listening that will have an effect, and it helps to like resonate and clear these energy centers, which we call nawis. They're like the chakras in terms of where they're positioned in some of them, but they're a lot different. They're more like eyes. They're like lenses of energy. But if you can tone along with us while you're doing this, that's going to have so much more of a powerful effect on your energy centers and your body in terms of balancing things and really clearing things out. So we encourage you to chant along with us if you can, as long as you're not in a space where people are going to look at you too crazy, or as long as you feel comfortable doing that. And so we'll go throughout that, and then just be present, and then we'll begin our healing ceremony. So we're going to start out, and well, you can't really see the mesa here, but below us is this beautiful spread of this altar space. Tank's going to tilt the camera down. Here at the bottom, we have Pachamama, Mother Earth, and then we'll be moving on to this side here is Mama Unu, Mother Water, Mama Kia, the moon, and Mama Kocha, the ocean. At the top is Waira, the wind. And over here is Inti Taita, Father, Sun. And then diagonally, we have Kuichi, which is the rainbow energy that bridges all the other energies. So we're just going to be moving around the mesa energetically and calling in one chant for each direction. And we'll start with Pachamama. Or three, but then one for each of the Mama Unu, Mama Kia, Mama Kocha.
It's all you.
Okay. So we start out with Pachamama. And if you want to chant along, it's chanted like this. Yari Pachamama, ampui, ampui, ampui. Yari Mama Aipa, ampui, ampui, ampui. Yari Nustakuna, ampui, ampui, ampui. Yari Apakuna, ampui, ampui, ampui. Yari Pachamamita Kuna, ampui, ampui, ampui. Yari Pachamamita, North Olmsted, Ohio, ampui, ampui, ampui. Yari Pachamamita, Stir Crazy Shaman, ampui, ampui, ampui. Yari Amaru, ampui, ampui, ampui. And this one chant each for Mama Unu, Mama Kia, and Mama Kocha. And they're chanted like this. Mama Unu, Mama Kia, Mama Kocha. Yari Mama Unu, ampui, ampui, ampui. Yari Mama Kia, ampui, ampui, ampui. Yari Mama Kocha, ampui, ampui, ampui. Yari Wilka Chaiwa, ampui, ampui, ampui. Yari Ankarango, ampui, ampui, ampui. Yari Taxilerpu, ampui, ampui, ampui. And Waira is the wind, and it's chanted like this. Waira, Waira. Waira, Yari Wilka Waira, they wanted Waira, Ampui. Yari Hatan Sumak, Kunta, Ampui. Yari Siwarkinte, Ampui. And Inti for the sun. Yari inti kaita wilka inti taita ampui. Yari wilka nina ampui. Yari chokin chinchay ampui. Yari arpe ampui. Yari texte mucho amaru ampui. And Koichi is the rainbow. And this is also where, as we're calling in the individual spirits that we work with, you can invite any spirit guides or beings of light, ancestors, angels that you work with to come and be present for this healing, for the contribution of yourself and everyone involved as well. And you just do that internally in whatever way you feel called to do so. But first we chant Koichi, and it's chanted like this. Yari Kuichi Kuna ampui. Yari Pako Kuna ampui. Yari Misha Kuna ampui. Yari Katari Misha Kuna ampui. Yari Muki Kuna ampui. Yari Ancanchos ampui. Yari all my angels, Sheila, Gran, Drak, Sigil, ampui. Yari all the North Star, Odin, Thor, Freya, Frigg, ampui. Yari Don Dane Turkman, ampui. Yari all my animal spirits, ampui. Yari all my plant spirits, tobacco, mama pati, mama cacao, mama coca, ampui. Yari Waskar Inka, ampui. Yari Wilka Luna Chatka Kuna, ampui. And finally, last but not least, Viracocha, which is the creator, creatress energy. And it's chanted like this. Yari Viracocha, ampui. And also, to our own unique voices in this world. Yari Katari. Yari Katari Kuna, ampui. So now, just be in the space of allowance. And as I said, if there are anything in specific you want focused on for this healing session, just keep your attention there and notice how it begins to shift as we sing and work energetically. Or just open up and know that the energy and the spirits will go wherever they need to go if you're willing to receive them. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Non solo non solaran There we go.
Tumaram Shitora Mandalekia Tumaram Mea Kumara Hammianu Ramnia Shiaram Handearam Malehia Kumaram Mishiam Mayu Amrianisi Mayu Ramashiva Kundaram Matia Puramaram Nishiram Nakundaram Unaranam Nishiram Umbarakiyaram Rupanari Shimarum Batarakya Batam Machiram Notomandayo How you feel?
Lots of things. Pretty energetically charged right now.
Yari Saiwa Kenshai, Wilkasami, Hompi, Hanapacha, Wupacha, Kaipacha. And just envisioning in this space, this huge column of light that transcends all worlds, all dimensions, and invite any beings or entities that have been of service to you for your betterment or otherwise that are no longer to be with you or around you, inviting them to effortlessly move into this column of light to choose something different in their experience. Guna kuna. Ompui, numikuna. Yari hatan uma black elk, ompui. There's a book called Black Elk Speaks, and in it he talks about he is but the hollow bone, energy always moving through him, never to him, never from him, but always through him. To creator, from creator, through him as a vessel and out. I invite all of you to do the same thing in this ever-present moment and now. Be but the hollow bone and allow any energy that's heavy, dense, stagnant, any entities that don't belong to effortlessly move them through you, not from you, not to you, into the space. And we have called in Black Elk to help with this. Yari Hata Duma, the higher self of Black Elk. Ompui, bring your healing and facilitation and contribution here. And while doing that, Yari Saman Chakui, Ompui, Father's Reign, bring your healing here, opening up the energy field and just allowing this iridescent rain to cascade throughout your entire energy bubble, your body, being and beyond, through every aspect of being, both known and unknown, through all time, space, and dimensions, effortlessly flowing the energy in, taking anything dense, heavy, or stagnant out of your bubble and into the medicine space. Yari Saman Chakui, Ompui. Shiva tum patarete sivam tum parate no chiampu tarakia tu sivata. Here we go. Samaramiyatu
Urmahianu
Ramnashiramatu
Ervahiaru
Annari Opanashiva
Iralaraheyu
Ondara Punnahi Shivara
Lerre Hirvaxorno
Ramna Niti Umpara
Yeyaratu
First time that's ever happened in camp.
Yes, it is.
How does it get any better than that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Checking in, I think we're in a good spot. And I'm
Yeah.
sweating.
Oh yeah, pretty energetically.
So just checking in how everybody is doing.
Make a comment. Let us know how you are feeling right now after all of that. Ooh-wee.
There's been a couple occasions when Casey and I are hiking or driving in the car where we both start doing like light language, and the songs like interplay and blend, and none of that stuff is rehearsed. And the first time it happened, we were both laughing so hard because like we both couldn't believe it that it was happening. And even sometimes the same word, the same notes, they're either hitting the same or they're harmonizing. And it's just a really cool space to be in.
Oh yeah.
And whatever beings are here, it was almost like they were asking, "Hey, you want to do this together?"
Yeah.
They're like,
oh,
yeah.
Well, there was one point in particular. There was like a string of like 5 to 7 words just now. It was the same word, same tone, and everything. It came from
Yeah.
the
Well,
same
the cool
time.
thing is now it's on video, so we can go back and watch it.
That was amazing.
Cool.
So let's see. People are saying, "I feel wonderful, awake," says Barbara, psychic medium.
Very
Feeling good, thank you, says Alazar. Wonderful. So, what are we thinking? We want to do one individual?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, if it's an easy one, then maybe we'll do 2.
Okay.
But if it's one like last time, we'll probably do that.
So make a comment right now if anyone watching has physical pain or something they're dealing with emotionally or spiritually or whatever that you feel like you really need some extra assistance with. We are going to do at least one one-on-one session to focus on your specific need. So make a comment and let us know what it is you would like healing for right now.
And like we say every time, if just because we're going to be focused on one person, that doesn't mean that you cannot receive the healing. We all have similar things, and our hoocha presents differently. So say that your hoocha, the thing that's causing the pain, is from resentment, but you store resentment somewhere else. Just because we're working on the low back or the neck or something else doesn't mean you couldn't receive healing from somewhere else. So just be in that space of allowance, and you may just be surprised at what you get.
And just wanted to say here, a couple of the comments that came through first was, you two have a brother-like connection in spiritual dimension. Definitely. And Angela says, I feel lighter. So Alazar says, says right shoulder. Pamela? How do you say that? Pamela?
Just muddle through.
Anyway, my hip and elbow has really been hurting. Let's start out with Alazar commented. Well, actually, we heard. Let's pull from YouTube. I feel like we need a YouTube comment up first. So Alazar, stick around. If we're not too fried from this first one, we'll get to yours afterward. But I feel like we're going to do a YouTube one first. So Pamela says, my hip and elbow has really been hurting. Pamela, between the hip and the elbow, which one in this moment is more painful right now? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable is it? 1 being it doesn't really bother you that much, but you notice it. 10 being it's like really, really bad, painful. It's all you can really think about. How uncomfortable is whatever one of those between the hip and the elbow is more uncomfortable right now?
Don't want to jump the gun. They call these are DNA forks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. There's a biologist, I think he's a biologist, his name is Bruce Lipton, and I really think it's a book called Biology of Belief, and they show that how belief systems and like theta healing and things like that can actually change DNA. Mm-hmm. Like if you had a predisposition for something, how just a shift in point of view could actually, if you go for a DNA test before and after working with them, like it could have one thing there and then afterwards it's gone. So it just shows how malleable reality really is.
Oh, we're still waiting. comment to come through.
Yeah, sometimes there's a little delay.
Slight delay. That's okay.
I gotta fix you. I'm sorry, buddy.
I get knocked over again?
I think I just missed that he was down.
Oh.
I don't know.
So make that comment. Oh, here she is. Hip is really bad. Sleeping, shooting down the leg. Okay, so in the hip, first off, we're at right side of the hip, left side of the hip, right in the center, like your low back. Where exactly are we working? And then I need a scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable that is in this moment right now.
Holy Host, want me to throw it in?
So,
Combined frequency of all the archangels based on the names in the Kabbalah.
it just, it was like, it just popped at me quite a bit.
Oh, these so sound good. Oh, you're still gone. Cool.
So we're waiting, Pamela, Pam for short. What is the scale of 1 to 10? How painful your hip is, and where specifically on the hip is it? Left hip and right elbow. Okay, so she says, okay, so I just want clarification here. You said left hip and right elbow. We're working on just the hip to start out. So it's the left side of the hip. And you said 7. Is that for the hip that's at a level 7 out of 10 pain right now? Just confirm, yes, that's the hip is at level 7 pain. Or if it's not the hip you were talking about, what were you talking about? And then after that, finally, are you ready and willing to receive healing for this in this moment?
While we're waiting for that, if you find value from this, we do this every Wednesday, and I think we don't have it as a playlist yet, but I will be adding it today. But you can go back every Wednesday and look up the videos for the virtual healing, and everyone's different. Everyone has a different flavor, is a good way to say it. It's just different. And go watch them and see what you might receive from it, and couldn't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially if you're watching this on the replay, we'll probably just have it in as a playlist. So you can just click on that right after the video and go straight to the playlist and check out the next healing session.
Yeah. It might even already be done. I know I made a few playlists, but I don't remember what I was putting in there.
Yeah, I think there is a little bit of a delay on the YouTube comments there. Well, on all the comments probably, but so if you've already responded and you're like, why are they taking so long to read my comment? That's because there is a little bit of a delay.
Maybe we can bend time around it.
There we go.
Time is one of those things that is very malleable. And it's like in the Matrix movie, some rules can be bent, others broken. Time can be shattered if you're willing to allow it to happen. Shattered.
Oh, yeah.
It's a scary concept for some people, but it's very fun to do. Except for the one time I was totally late picking up my kids from the daycare because I was playing around with it. And then it's like, how am I a half hour late? Why are they texting me? Why are you picking up your kid? It's like, oops. Because I was playing with time and I wasn't paying attention. I haven't quite mastered rolling it backwards yet.
So this seems like a little bit long for this one coming through. Hopefully she's still watching and didn't like.
Well, we can hop over to the YouTube and see if there's a comment there and it just hasn't rolled to studio.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. Oh, you could have gone from the studio too.
Oh,
There's a thing at the bottom you can click view YouTube.
is there?
Yeah.
Why don't you do that?
Okay. Or not at the bottom up here. So you just pick the stream you want, and then there you go.
Maybe take that.
I don't see. Oh, here we go. Left hip and right elbow. She hasn't commented again yet.
Okay. So we do need your communication for this. So if we don't hear back from you here in the next, we'll give it like another 30 seconds. And if we don't hear back from you, then we are going to move on to the next person. Because we need communication to do this. So the next person that commented, if Pam doesn't message here in the next couple of seconds, oops, wrong one. Alazar said right shoulder. So Alazar, if you're still watching, we're going to do yours. We're going to give Pam just another 30 seconds here. Pam, if you're watching, this is your chance. Comment now if you'd like to be free.
And if you miss it, then there's always next Wednesday.
That's true.
Or play with, if we move on to the next person, just be open to receiving for your issues from that and see what your experience might be.
Indeed. Alazar, in the meantime, go ahead and message us right now. Alazar, are you still watching? And if so, scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable is the right shoulder right now?
Ooh, hello.
Oh, I think this may be the same person. She hopped over to Facebook. Facebook user, is this Pam? Because she said left hip 7 and ready, very ready. It's got to be the same person. Maybe she was having troubles with YouTube.
I don't know.
Facebook user, is this Pam from YouTube? Let us know real quick. If this is Pam from YouTube and it's level 7 pain hip,
Well,
then we'll
we
go
can
ahead
get
and
around
start.
that.
Oh, and then she commented on YouTube too.
Okay.
So she's coming at us from multiple angles. Okay. All right. So we're going to start, Pam. So, and we're going to need you to communicate as we're doing this. So first off, just bring your attention into that area in your left hip where you're feeling that level 7 pain. And as we're calling in these energies and singing or whatever we do, just pay attention to the pain and how it feels. And we're going to check in maybe after just like 60 seconds and see how it's feeling. And then depending on how that goes, we're going to move on and do different stuff from there. We check in multiple times to kind of track the progress of the pain diminishing. So, so for now, Pam, just bring your attention to that area where you're feeling that level 7 pain in the hip and just be in the space of allowance. Hayaya! Any beings of light and energies with or without form that can be present to help facilitate the release of the pain and any energy that is causing this pain throughout any level of the body, being, and beyond. Heal the soul which is already healed. Bring your medicine here. Umpui, umpui, umpui. Koya ramare yara nurave rai ori ori unara yara me nuve. And checking in as these energies are continuing to run and as we're continuing to work. Type right now, let us know, scale of 1 to 10. What is the pain level at now, Pam? Scale of 1 to 10, where is it at now?
siva puntarapite.
She said it is at a 5, so we went from a 7 down to a 5, and she said felt a lot in the neck and throat as well. Okay, so bring your attention back into that area where you're still feeling the level 5 pain, and we're going to continue to work. This time, if I don't check in first, if you've noticed that that level 5 pain is down to like a 2 or a 1 or just kind of barely noticeable, then comment and say it's at a 1 or whatever it's at. And just comment first, even if we're in the middle of singing or whatever. But if that doesn't happen and we check in first, that's okay too. But if it happens first that you've noticed that, then comment and let us know.
Yari Kenchai Lenkai Opui Chibatara Hatam Uma Pam Opui Hakarina Itoku Opui. Lakuna Opui, all the sacred soul pieces. Waskar Inca, Haya, Waskar. Opui, Waskar Inca. Shima, Sinata, Nika Paro, Sivaro, Fanio, Tampachete, Taparatim, Shivaro, Siva, Marachimana.
Okay. She said now feeling in chest and right ribs. So she's feeling a lot of energy moving throughout the body.
I'm sure.
Just going to check in scale of 1 to 10. What is the pain at in this moment, Pam? It's at a 3, so we're down to a 3. Pam, let us know when that gets down to a 1, okay? Just type it's at a 1 when it's at a 1.
Chakra.
This is the throat and ribs are opening.
I wonder why.
To these 3 beings of light, bring your healing here. Focus here.
Maybe it doesn't work with Florida water. Or maybe I'm just being really sloppy getting it in there.
Could be. She says it's at a 1, and wow, energy went across the sacrum. Okay, now let us know, Pam, when this level 1 pain goes down to a 0, and it's just your normal body sensations or whatever crazy energy sensations you're feeling with the lack of pain. Let us know when there's no more pain whatsoever, not even a 1.
There we go. That's about speaking your truth.
I had the feeling there was a shift just then. Are we at a 0 now? Confirming what I just felt.
And I'm feeling a clearing. This is for everybody. I mean, this is something from Access. You don't have to understand what I'm saying, but just be in the energy of allowing it. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice could your body, being, and beyond be to have more of your authentic self in this ever-present moment and now than you've ever had before in any lifetime, past, present, or future? And allow that energy to come up. And everything that will prevent you from stepping into that, are you willing to destroy and uncreate it and have something different in your experience? Right and wrong, good and bad, pop, pop, call 9 shorts, boys and girls. Yeah.
Ooh. She says, yes, thank you. Wow. So it went from level 7 pain in that to 0. Mission accomplished. But no, Pam, this was all you, really. You were the one allowing this to happen. And truth, we're directing and calling in certain energies and spirits and things and processes to come. But if you didn't sit there and bring them in and invite them in yourself, nothing would have happened. So you have all the power to do this kind of healing on your own whenever you need it.
But we're happy to facilitate those.
Yes.
We love holding the space for people to step into that allowance and things.
Absolutely. How are you feeling? You're feeling one more?
Especially since I know the other guy.
Okay.
Yeah, we should do Dave. I mean, Alazar, Mecca.
Okay.
If he's still watching. And if he's not, then no.
Alazar/Dave. If you're still watching, comment and let us know. You said, I think it was right shoulder pain. Scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable is that right now? If you're still watching, we're going to work on that.
AC in here. Yeah, go ahead. You want to thank?
I just wanted to say a big thank you. So a Nike, thank you to all of the beings of light and energies that were present to facilitate that incredible, beautiful, magical healing. A Nike, thank you. I love you. Arpichai Sonkolai.
And Arpichai Sonkolai means like a dove from my heart, or it could also translate to like you make the wings of, I can't think of it now. I'll think of it later. But it's a really nice way to say thank you.
So Alazar/Dave is here. What scale of 1 to 10? How uncomfortable is the right shoulder pain? If it was the right shoulder, remind me if it was right shoulder, and then scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable is that right now? 10 when raising shoulder in front debt area. Okay, so pain is level 10 when he raises the arm. Now, first off, actually, I feel the feeling how I need to do this. When you're not raising your arm, if your arm's just resting, is there any pain? And if so, what's the level of pain when it's just resting? We'll work on that first, and then we'll have you raise your arm, and then we'll work on the pain at wherever it's at after that. And I don't know if that was in response to what I just asked, because that was a little instantaneous. But 10, yes. Oh, dealt is what he meant. Okay. So, and when you're not raising your arm, is there pain, and what level is it at, if so? So the pain is like here, apparently. The front anterior deltoid. Some when resting, maybe 2. Okay, well, in that case, actually, what I'm going to have you do, and it's going to be uncomfortable for a while as we're doing this, but lift your arm up to a point that you can hold it for maybe the next 5-10 minutes, but that still causes it pain. Doesn't necessarily mean to be all the way at like total 10, but if you think you can handle holding it there, you can. But we're going to have you hold your arm in the position that's causing it a good amount of pain, and then we'll start to work on relieving the pain there. So just let us know when you've done that and you're ready, and then we'll get started. Ooh, stepping on rose petals.
What's that?
I was stepping on rose petals. I didn't know it was underneath my foot.
Yeah, they're rose petals. I guess apparently that's why they were hanging out for so long. And I love it when Spirit gives me something where I'm supposed to make a mess in my office and just blow rose petals.
That was
everywhere.
cool. I was like, oh man, that was beautiful.
Yeah. There's a special despacho you do on Pachamama Day, like August 1st or 4th, you can do it. And one of the final things that everybody that builds a despacho does is you get like little confetti. And at the end, you blow it all over the despacho. It's kind of like saying happy birthday, Pachamama.
Okay.
And I think it was the inspiration for it.
So we don't want to keep him waiting with his arm up too long because he says he's ready.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so hold your arm there, and then just keep your attention on the area, not forcing anything, just allowing whatever happens to happen. Any beings of light and energies that can be present to help to release the pain in the right shoulder. Umply.
Yaxi muy, yaxatui, umpui, pachukuti. Umpui. Maybe cutting through. Going on a 3-flat walk. Yaxi muy, yaxi pui, umpui, kuti, umpui. Ya, taxi waira, umpui. Good.
And bring your attention really specifically into the spot that is the most painful, fully feeling that right now as I begin to collapse this pattern that I'm feeling. As we're continuing to work, I'm going to check in, scale of 1 to 10 with your arm raised like that. What is the pain at now? Just let us know.
Saiwa, kenchayane pacha. Ulkanunna cheska. Umpui. Munna
So it went from a 10 down to an 8. Okay, that's good. Yep.
I didn't know he was at 10.
Okay, keep your attention there, keep in that position for now. And I want you to let us know, type in the comments, interrupt us the second that 8 goes down to a 5. And let us know it's at a 5 when it's at a 5, even if we're singing, doing whatever, just type. Or lower, whatever it ends up at. But if 5 or lower, as soon as that happens, type and say it's at a 5 or whatever it's at.
Soyarana haya cornolei dollo fayari. Nura hiri ura sayari ahi urane urmanare hive. Hiare o are o aro aranare iorane.
Which side was it for him? Was it the left or the right?
Right side.
Right side. Mukiko.
Iari, Wicca, Katari, Luna, Ompui, Ompui, Ompui. Anapacha, Tenchai, Ompui, 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 Wicca, Nuna, Kuna, Ompui, Ompui, Ompui. Nuna, Tenchai, Nuna, Wakuchai, Kuna, Nuna, Kuna, Ompui, Ompui, Ompui.
And after that one, where are we at? Oh, sorry. Comment and let us know. Went from an 8 to a 7.
Dave, what's been going on with you since last time I saw you?
And bringing your attention into that level 7 pain, we're going to call on a guide to dig deeper into the ucha, the heaviness that may be manifesting as this physical pain. Yari yamaru ampui ampui ampui. And feel all of the emotions or any thoughts that come up, any heaviness anywhere in the shoulder or elsewhere in your body that come up as a result of you feeling this level 7 pain. Feel that as if it's being constricted down upon you, and feel all of that coming to the surface. Feel the emotions, the thoughts, the heaviness, the stress, the anxiety, the anger, whatever else you might feel in response to this level 7 pain, getting stronger and stronger as it boils to the surface for you to feel fully in this moment. And feel all of those thoughts and emotions becoming so intense that it's as if the heaviness from all of that encases you entirely until there's nothing around you but the heaviness. And just as this heaviness begins to feel too uncomfortable to want to deal with, notice high above you, and you can just imagine it, a point of light high above. And when all of these uncomfortable emotions and heaviness and this pain begins to become too much, feed the energy of that into that point of light above you, watching as that point of light grows brighter and brighter, the more of this heaviness that you feed to it. And just keep feeding it, and feel that point of light above you growing brighter and brighter. And this point of light which has grown bright, and to the point that it's shining bright light all around you. Invite it to come down, entering through your crown, traveling down your body and settling in your navel. And when it does, just begin to breathe. And feel as with every inhale, the light in your navel grows brighter, and on every exhale it relaxes and expands. And we're feeling now the energy of this guide that we've called in to help us with the digging deeper into this energy. Feel their presence in a point of light high above you where the original point of light was. Now making a shaft of light connecting the light in your navel with the point of light where the original one was high in the sky. And see and feel this being of light, whatever sense impressions come up, or whatever you imagine is right, and invite that light to travel, or that being to travel down the column of light and into your navel. And you don't really need to track any of this. In fact, you don't really need to be aware of anything that's happening. But we're bringing you along if you want to follow with your intention, because it can really add some potency to it. But it's not necessary if you don't feel everything, and if you're not able to really imagine it. But if you're in the space of allowance for it, just follow along. Feeling this being entering into your navel. And I'm going to guide us through a breath. Not yet, but when I tell us to, you're going to breathe in, raise this ball of light with the power of that being up to your heart, and hold your breath, retaining it for a moment. Not yet, but when I tell us to. And then you'll blend with all of the sacredness of this experience. With a forceful exhale, blow out your mouth, breathing the energy of this being and of this process out into your field of personal space around you. So on your next inhale, breathe in deep, bringing the ball of energy with this being up to your heart. Hold and retain with all of the sacredness of this moment. And with a forceful exhale, breathe out all of this energy into your field of personal space now. And checking in after we've done that, scale of 1 to 10, where is the discomfort at now? It's at a 3 now. That was a big jump.
It is.
Wonderful. So, Alzar, if you are willing to receive healing for that last bit of pain there, then we're going to continue. Let us know when that 3 goes down to a 1, or if it's just gone, whatever happens. But if we don't check in first, then just type and let us know. And we're just going to continue to let this drain. These beings of light are already here. We're going to continue to call in perhaps some other beings, but the main thing is we're just letting the energies that are flowing continue to flow and just allowing the last of this to leave because it's already on its way out.
Yeah. In any place, in any past, present, or future experience where there's a resistance to letting this sutra, this energy flow, shift, and transmute, we destroy it and create that.
And even before we're finished, I just have to say a big Nike, Mario, Nike.
Haya Sike. Yaksi Mui.
He said, thank you, I receive it. But that was just saying he was ready to receive the healing for the last of it from before. So letting us know when it's at a 1 or when it's gone. And just checking in after that last little bit. If it's not already gone, let us know where it is at now. It was at a 3. If it's not gone, let us know what the number is. Or say it's gone if it's gone. It is at a 1.
Cute.
So, might as well take it down to a 0, right?
Let's go.
Okay. So, Elazar, we're going to do a little bit more, and I think we can get that 1 down to a 0. Why not? We went from a 10 to a 1. We can go from 1 to a 0. So, keep your attention on the level where there's just that little bit of discomfort at that level 1. Now, we're going to do a last little bit to help to remove that little bit of it.
Surnaya karmana urva, saina urva keila, tifar makuina, ukshe, kirma, saikorna, tuna, urmana kei.
Did that do it? Are we at a 0? One still. Okay. And to this being of light, please lend us your power and work to release the last little bit of this pain. Boy. Yari saman chapu yum. If it's not already at a 0, let us know the second it is at a 0, and just type and let us know when there's no more pain.
Yarimuki-kun.
All right. Let us know how you are feeling now.
Maybe he fell asleep.
Could be.
If it still is there, then I say you have homework to rewatch the video, and it'll be gone.
Yeah, pretty much. He says, buzzing feeling. Still one, but thank you so much. So yeah, your homework, go back, rewatch the video. That healing is still present for you. And everything we just did will be amplified if you go back and watch it again. But level 10 out of 10, worst as you can imagine, down to 1 being barely noticeable. Not too shabby for now. And Alazar, or Dave.
Dave. Call him Alazar. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to be all inconspicuous or something.
Whoever you are.
Agent Dave.
Thank you for being open to receiving that healing. Again, if you weren't in the space of willingness to receive it, none of it would have happened. So thank you for allowing for that to happen. And I want to say an enormous, a Nike. Thank you to all of the beings that were present to facilitate that healing. A Nike. And I think what we're going to do now is close the space and thank all of the beings that were present for all of the healings. So we're going to go around the mesa, and you can chant along with us, everyone, and just chant one time for each. One for Pachamama, Mama Unu, Mama Kia, Mama Kocha, one for Waira, Inti Taita, and then Kuichi. We're just going to chant one for each. We'll start with Pachamama. Yari Pachamama, Nike, Mama Aipa, Nike, Lustakuna, Apakuna, Nike, Amaru, Nike, Pachamamita Kuna, Nike, Pachamamita, North Homestead, Ohio, Nike, Pachamamita, Stir Crazy Shamans, Nike. And one each. Mama Unu, Mama Kia, Mama Kocha. Anaiki, Mama Unu, Mama Kia, Mama Kocha, Anaiki, Antarango, Anaiki, Wika Chaiwa, Anaiki, Texelerpo, Anaiki. And Waira for the wind, because I almost fall over. Anaiki, Waira, Wilka, Waira, Taiwantan, Waira, Anaiki, Hatan Sumak, Kuntar, Anaiki, Siwar Kinte, Anaiki. Inti for the sun. Inti taita, Wilka inti taita, Anaiki. Wilka Nina, Anaiki. Chukin Chinchai, Anaiki. Taxi Muku Amaru, Anaiki. Quichi, the rainbow. Quichikuna, Anaiki, Quichikuna. Paco Kuna, Anaiki. Misha Kuna, Anaiki. Katari Misha Kuna, Anaiki. Chanchos, Anaiki, Muki Kuna, Anaiki, Waskar Inca, Anaiki, Sheila Graham, Drax, Sigil, Anaiki, Odin, Thor, Frig, Anaiki, Tobacco, Mama Coca, Mama Cacao, Mama Papi, Anaiki. Anaiki. Wilka Nuna, Chaska Kuna, Anaiki. And Uira Kocha. Uira Kocha. Anaiki, Uira Kocha. Anaiki. And to our own unique voices in this world. Yari Katari Kuna, Anaiki.
One thing with Katari, I always do it at the end as a way of thanking your unique voice in this world, but when you actually chant it, it is whatever it is. It is crazy, wild, just, so if you're going to be doing it on your own, when you call it Katari, it can be any combination of craziness you like. But this is our special thanks to your own unique voice in this world being present for this ceremony and this healing.
So if you enjoyed that, if you're watching on the replay especially, or now, you can head on over to Stir Crazy Shaman's channel, and we'll link, if you're watching on the replay, a playlist with a bunch of other healing ceremonies, all focused on different things. We do different things on each one. So check out those if you're still in this mood of wanting to enjoy lots of healing magic. Otherwise, just head on over to the channel and check out whatever you would like to watch next. So to everyone, Anaiki.
Pichai, Sonkolai.